What is going on, everybody? It's Quicksilver, and I am in my possibly, to some of you, all too familiar contraption-y world. I just wanted to test some stuff out before we get into the meat of the video, and actually it's not really testing stuff out as much as it is working on textures. With the latest snapshot of Minecraft, they have introduced some new stuff, the prismarine, the dark prismarine, and I guess prismarine blocks. So since they have introduced those, I needed to find a way to skin those. Oh, and then I guess the undersea lamps that have this cool little animation thing going on them. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys as I prep for 1.8. These would be the prismarine blocks. I noticed the actual original texture uses kind of these, I guess they're pentagon-shaped bricks, just to kind of, I guess, make things look a little different and interesting when you're underwater. So that is those. This is, I guess, just the prismarine, which is really just a recolored cobblestone, so there's nothing too super fancy about that. And then this is the dark prismarine. So I think they look good together. I'm pretty pleased with them. I actually made a test world and flew around in it and actually found an underwater temple where these things and the guardians were hanging out. I've not reskinned the guardians yet, so they still look a little janky. I'm not sure if I have them in here or not, but I'm assuming they gave us an egg for them. Let's see if I can spot one really fast. Huh. I am not seeing... Oh, there we go. Duh, I guess look for the weird egg that you haven't seen. So I guess if you've not seen them, that's what they look like, and apparently they really don't like to be out of water. That's fun. I'm assuming he'll die like a squid, but let's help him along the way. That's cool. I hadn't actually heard their sounds. Man, bouncy random guy. Making it hard to kill him. Okay, you guys didn't come here so you could watch me shoot an imaginary fish, so let's just let him go in the water and chillax a little bit, and maybe we can kill him here. I know they're pretty tough too, so there you go. There's the Guardian, at least as he stands in the default texture. I will be reskinning him, so that's cool. Oh, and I guess also they drop, I guess that's something else I'm going to have to take a look at. What is this thing called? Prismarine shards. So, alright, I'm not sure... Alright, not sure why I did that is what I'm not sure of. I'm not sure what those will be used for yet. I'll have to do a little research and maybe kind of figure that out. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and head over to the main world so I can kind of show you what I've been doing. I've been a busy boy, and hopefully we can get a video going here. See you in a couple. Alright kids, here we are in the world. I didn't actually let it load yet, so it might be kind of funky. We can actually see the moon rising over here, so I guess it's going to be nighttime, but that's okay for what I want to show you here initially. I did a little bit of, I guess, redecorating in here, move some stuff around a bit. Still have this chest over, but I didn't want the bed on the wall behind me. Oh, actually, and I think this might have been in the last one too, I actually gave myself a ceiling in here. I used the acacia half slabs so that I can do some kind of funky fun up here. And then I threatened to do this last time, and I did finally. I still have not built an enchanting setup, which I'll probably do. Maybe I'll bust through this wall to build it. But ow, we have a little storage room now. This is where the bed was, and that's why I needed to do some redecorating. These chests are all empty. Really, for right now, they're just for looks. This one I do have some stuff in that I haven't really figured out what I want to do with it yet. But then back in here, just kind of made a nice little area. I made the floor actually on the bottom half. Well, they're made out of half slabs, so it's the bottom half of, I guess, a full block, so that mobs can't spawn in here. I don't think it's any issue whatsoever. It says this is 0 block lighting because I'm on the bottom half of a slab there. I can't imagine the torches that I've got here wouldn't light this room up. It's not that big, but as you can see, we have oodles and oodles of storage. So considerably larger than the storage area was in our last world. But yeah, just to give you a quick little rundown. The one thing that I'm doing differently that I don't normally do, usually in the past, and I think it's just because when I first started doing sorting rooms, you couldn't put signs on top of chests. I think there used to be an issue if you put an item frame on a chest, it could cause your world to crash if you had a whole bunch of them. I don't think that's an issue with these signs. I hope it's not. I guess we'll find out together if it is. So far I've not noticed anything. There's no performance hits or anything like that, so I think we're safe. Typically I've put them on the wall next to it, and then I've had a little arrow just kind of pointing to what's in the chest. But then I run into the problem of how do I light the room, and I've always solved that by sticking glowstone in the ceiling, but since we've not been to the Nether here yet, and I'm in no huge rush to get there, at least not right now, don't really have that luxury. So as a necessity of needing to light the room, I think I can leave the torches here on the wall, and I kind of like the way that looks as well. I might dress those up, try and make them look like sconces with maybe some wooden blocks and some item frames eventually, so they look a little fancier. But I think for now, at least, I think it's a good looking room. And yeah, it's easy to tell what's in what chests. Just kind of sorted some things out. I mean, I'm not going to bore you to death with the contents of everything. One thing I have done is I've started trying to gather more wood. We don't have a ton of wood in any capacity here. Our wood farm is so small right now that I don't really, it's not overproducing or anything crazy like that. I'm going to go ahead and sleep now. But since we don't really have a very big wood farm, I did want to try and focus on that a little bit. So I've been doing a lot of that, chopping that stuff down while I was building that area. I've played in the skeleton farm that we set up in the last video. If you missed that, check it out. It was kind of a, I guess it's not really, there's not a whole lot to watch. Basically, it's built a little simple, I found a skeleton spawner, which I'm sure you will see as I play through the series if you follow this. But yeah, just, set up a little simple trap so we can go down there and get some XP. Those of you who are more paying closer attention to the video will notice I am level 35. So, and that is due large in part to that spawner down there. I obviously gained a bunch of levels, probably around 15 or so, maybe I'm going to guess, just from mining and stuff like that. But yeah, the bulk of it I think is coming from the skeleton farm. So that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because right now we cannot do any enchanting. So I think maybe what I'll do is I might build out off camera, chop through this wall here and set up an enchanting station, and then figure out, get another home for my bed. I don't know, maybe we'll put it along this window or something kooky like that. But yeah, that way we'll have access to that. Another thing I thought about, and as I digress and just kind of free flow chat with you, I may pull out these center chests here and make this a doorway that would go through to yet another area. Maybe pull out all these chests actually, so we could make a larger area that we could kind of pick through to build other areas. So I kind of like the idea of maybe making this really like I guess kind of a house in the middle of the mountain. It would be something different for me. Usually when I build, I like to build off of like a central hub and then have things that shoot off of that, so it's very easy once you've come in to get to anywhere you want to go without doing a lot of running around. But I realized that just due to the limitations of space up here, unless I want to build a big platform and then have a big nasty shadow underneath it, which I don't want to. My goal here, obviously, as I mentioned to you guys a few times, was I wanted to kind of build my home anyway. Hang on, let me eat some bread here so we can move a little quicker. I wanted to build my home really as much of a part of this mountain face as I could, and initially I was trying to build it out of some smooth stone, maybe some cobblestone, so it wouldn't stand out, and also to avoid my tendency to overuse the stone bricks. Anybody who watched my first world knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, I wanted to do that, but I just wasn't pleased with how it looked, so I did, obviously, a few episodes ago, kind of dress this up. But I still feel like we're staying pretty true to the actual landscape that's here. I didn't really tear out a whole bunch of this to build that area in there. So yeah, I think by and large I've accomplished my goals, but what that means is when I go in here, I'm not really going to have a central hub, and I'm going to have to build, I guess, kind of a maze of rooms and connect them together, more like a standard house like you probably live in, like I live in. So it might not be as efficient to go from point A to point Z or point F or wherever, but we'll fit everything in here that we need and want, and things that we can't fit in there I'll probably throw outside. One of the things I'm really giving serious thought to today, guys, is I've got my bread farm up there, or my wheat farm, I guess, but I still don't have a meat producing farm, and I think kind of early on here, I think I kind of want to get a, why are you looking at me? Go away, man. I think I want to get a chicken farm built, an automatic chicken farm, and I'm kind of leaning towards, I like the idea of building it into the face of the mountain. Ideally, I was initially thinking, well, right here, but I can't do that because I've got all this stuff built. So I'm not entirely sure where I want to put it yet. I don't want to have to go running by the tree farm to deal with it, but I could throw it over here and build it just into the face here so that it's not sticking out much. But that is going to limit us. Well, I shouldn't say it's going to limit us. It could probably tuck very nicely underneath these stairs. So I'll give that a little bit of thought maybe while I'm digging out our little enchanting room. I don't think there's going to be any challenge with the chicken farm interfering with that, but I think it'll give us a nice sleek profile farm where we'll be able to just kind of run around when we want to get some chicken and deal with that, or and probably even cooler and just as easy to do, although I don't think I have the resources to do it just yet, what we'll probably end up doing is I will get that sucker built over here. Now I'm liking this idea. I'll build the chicken farm over here, and then what we'll do is every time it produces some cooked chicken for us, I'll use a little hopper chain, and we'll run it around. Yeah, I should be able to do it behind here, and I think obviously we can easily send it above all this mess and into our storage room would be kind of cool. And I think what I'll do then, right now I just have this generic food box where I can kind of shove everything, but if I throw a chicken box over on this wall, then I think what I could do is maybe run that hopper chain underneath the floor here so it wouldn't interfere with our enchanting setup that we're going to be working over there, and either destroy all the feathers, which I probably will do because I know those things overproduce feathers, but then maybe split out. I don't know if I want to split out eggs either. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. The only reason I would split out eggs, anyway, let me finish my sentence. I think you know where I'm going. Have it run over here and feed into like one of these bottommost chests or one of the topmost chests here. I guess we could do it through the ceiling. That might be easier and not have to worry about setting up a little clicking item elevator too. So yeah, maybe I'll run it across the top here and then put it down into like one of these top chests, like maybe where I have dirt currently. I could change that, easily into chicken and move the dirt someplace else. But yeah, that might be kind of a cool thing. Sorry, you're kind of listening to me do some planning here. But yeah, I like the idea of doing that, and if we do it through the ceiling or above the ceiling, then I can run my hoppers up high and then bring them down and then over however I need to do it to get that food in there. But we could do our item elevator that we would need to have set up somewhere back over here where we wouldn't hear it. Wouldn't have to hear the clicking or anything like that. The other thing too, I don't want to build too many item elevators. I had a bunch of them in my last world, and the only problem I have with them is when you get a whole bunch of them going, you have a whole bunch of stuff getting run through them, you do see a little bit of a performance hit. The old world was a little laggy. If you downloaded that in the, I know I posted a link to that in my last, whoa, hello, let's not run off the edge. I know I posted a link to that in my last World 1 video. It's in the description of it. So if you don't have that and you're interested to see what I'm talking about, feel free to check it out. But yeah, I had a whole bunch of item elevators and stuff that were running all around the world, and I did notice a bit of a performance hit. I've got a pretty... Really? That's some skill. That's a chicken with one strong uterus, man. You're throwing eggs out that far? Dude, that's crazy. Alright, anyway, let me finish my thought. I was so blown away by the super chicken there. Yeah, I had a bunch of item elevators going, and they really, I did notice a little bit of a performance hit. I don't know if that would be an issue on a slower machine even more so. I would imagine it could be. But yeah, so that's kind of what I want to avoid. So I don't want to have too many of them, but I mean, there is a necessity for them from time to time. So we will see kind of what we can do there. But alright, let me go AFK. I'm going to see if I can't get our enchanting station set up over here. I'll need to dig out some obsidian for that, but I know down in the mines, I think I may have showed you guys. If I didn't, just rest assured there is a ton of lava down there. So I'll just run down there and pick some out and come back up here with that so we can get our enchanting set up. I don't have anywhere near the amount of sugarcane that I need to really flesh the thing out, nor do I have the amount of leather that I'm going to need to actually make a bunch of bookcases. I don't have to actually, let's scratch that. I have 0 leather, so I'm really going to have to feed the cows a bunch. I'm really going to have to grow a bunch of sugarcane, so maybe I can do some of that off camera so that we can get this thing up to at least a respectable enchanting level. I don't know if I need to get level 30 gear right now on my iron tools, but at the same time I'd like to get better than level 1, level 5, you know, stuff like that. So alright, I'm going to go AFK and start getting some stuff done here, but I will be right back for in you guys' eyes. Okay guys, little quick update for you. Fatal flaw in my plan. Let's see who gets it first and gets the gold star. What does one need to chop out, oh, I don't know, let's say obsidian? What does one need to do that? Answer, answer is you need a diamond pick, which I do not have. So I will not be creating an enchanting station of any sort today. I did move the bed, but I think this little section of wall that we're looking at is just going to remain the way that it is for now, and we are going to go ahead and get some stuff together and start building our chicken farm over there, which is maybe okay. That's just going to give me a little more time to get some more reeds and bookcases and stuff like that. I actually started storing stuff here. I've got 2 bookshelves made and a bunch of paper and all that good stuff, but I will continue to do that so that when we do finally get our enchanting station set up, boy is it going to be nice. So anyway, alright, that is the plan. Just so you know, I've got 10 steaks cooking in there. I did go down in the mine for a little bit anyway to see if I could find some diamonds by some fluke so that I could get the materials I need to do what I was going to try to do, but couldn't find any as luck would have it. So I am going ahead. I've got some iron I'm cooking off and some gold I'm cooking in there. So no big shake, nothing special there, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go AFK again. Just wanted to give you that little update. I'm going to go, but like I said, I'm going to go AFK and I guess at least build some of the stuff that I'm going to need to build the chicken farm. And to do that, I'm going to need to grab a bunch of redstone. I'm confident I have enough of that. I'm going to need to make a few redstone blocks out of that. I think actually probably only 1 redstone block, I think, but I am going to need to use need sticky pistons for this or not. I don't know. Some of this I may be doing on the fly as I'm building, but I do know I need some dispensers. I'm probably going to want a few hoppers, maybe some droppers. So yeah, alright, we got to get some stuff together so we can get this thing built, but yeah, I will continue to do that. My big concern, I guess, now with it is I've only got 15 eggs to populate it, so it may actually just get built but not actually produce anything right off the bat. I don't know if I want to try and lure my 3 chickens up there. That's going to be kind of a pain in the butt for not much payoff. So anyway, no big shake. It'll all get going eventually, but in the meantime, at least we can start getting it built. So I'm going to shut up now, get some stuff together, and I'll meet you back over where we're going to actually craft this sucker. See you in a couple. Okay, guys, I am going crazy, but I think I got the brain working again. Here is what we have to begin work on the chicken farm, and one fatal flaw again. I didn't think I'd ever say that in 2 episodes, but here I go, I'm saying it again. One fatal flaw in this is I need redstone comparators. What do I need for redstone comparators? I need access to the Nether. As we talked, I can't get obsidian because I don't have a diamond pick, right? Well, that's not entirely true. Because I realized that I didn't have the materials I needed to get obsidian so I could go to the Nether to begin with. I'm actually doing this for a reason here. I'm trying to find something. I went back down into my mine. This is actually 2 days after my last recording session, and I decided I was just going to go crazy, and damn it, I was going to find obsidian. So, alright, I have built, bam, our enchanting station, our enchanting room. I don't have the enchanting setup because I still can't, still don't have any more diamonds. I don't have enough to make the actual enchantment setup now. I need to go find more diamonds, but I do have obsidian and I have access to the Nether. So, new plan. I'm going to go to the Nether really fast. I'm going to pick out some Nether quartz. I'm going to get my butt back up here and make some comparators, and then we're going to go ahead and proceed with the chicken farm and all that good stuff. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to light this sucker up. I thought, yeah, there we go. I do have flint and steel. There's my diamond pick that I had mentioned that I made. That is the only diamond to implement that I have, but yeah, here we go. I like the room, looks kind of cool. I've decorated it out, nifty, neat, all that good stuff. Alright, I know we're getting kind of long in here, so there we go. Let me grab a stack of a stack or 2 of cobblestone. As you guys have seen in my last if you followed my last series, I like to make sure that I have cobblestone when I go down there, because the first thing I like to do is actually block up the other side of this thing. Not block it up. Yeah, that's nice. Part of me wants to kill you for a gold nugget, buddy. Didn't invite you to the world. But yeah, so let's go ahead. We're going to head down to the Nether and hope to God I don't have ghast issues, but we will soon see. We need to go deeper. Achievement get. I don't know if you guys see that. I'm assuming you did. And man, wow, the Nether is dark and spooky and all that good stuff, but okay. I'm liking the fact that I don't see anything dangerous just yet. I don't know where the hell I am, if I am inside of something or what the dealio is, but let's go ahead and make sure we don't have a ghast pop in and rip this thing to shreds. So yeah, okay. I'm going to go ahead and block this up. I don't want to waste Nice. I have no idea what that stuff is about right there, but it looks like we are relatively safe. We have some nether quartz right here. That is convenient as hell. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and block this thing up. I'm going to do that AFK so that you guys don't have to watch me do this instead of building the chicken farm, because I still would like to do that, and I know, like I mentioned, we have eaten up a bunch of time already. So I will be right back when I have a little hovel here to keep us safe from any nastiness. So see you in a sec. Okay guys, I've got a little bit of a cobblestone box built around this, so we really have kind of the cruddiest looking nether base ever, but you know what, I don't care. It works, it keeps us safe. I did manage to grab, looks like, God, how many is that? Looks like only 9 nether quartz, so I'm probably going to dig a little more of it out, but I wanted to share with you guys. I'm guessing because this is because of Snapshot, but I am in the weirdest nether chunk I've ever seen ever. So let me hold down shift so I won't fall to my doom. That's bedrock on the bottom of the nether, and it looks like this goes straight up, I'm assuming, to bedrock at the top, and that lava that's chopped out over there, I'm guessing, really is a lava lake. So that's on one side, and then the other side of it we got the same thing going on. So I don't know what's going on here, but we got some very, very weird stuff going on. So I'm gonna have to look into that. Hopefully it's not a real issue for me. I guess we will find out, but yeah, in the meantime I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna dig myself out and over and get some more nether quartz so that we can go back up and start the chicken farm. Next time you see me, we will probably be topside unless something really interesting happens down here. See you in a minute. Wow guys, I had to share with you, strangest nether ever. That whole thing is chopped up into stripes, and I come back through and look at this. These guys are in my place having a party. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them here. I don't know. What do you think? Think I can take them? I guess if I can't, hopefully it's not a big deal. They won't keep wrecking me, right? If they kill me, they should reset. What do you think? Let's be smart about this. Maybe let's do this. We'll take this guy on first, all by my lonelies. Let's see if his little buddies will run over here where I can trap him and kill him. Oh yeah, hello there. That's right. See? Play the game smart. You don't have to die from creepers or skellies or any of these guys. I say, as I'm getting cocky. Now I'm going to open this back up, although I've got to... I can't open it. I don't have a pick on me. I used my last pick up down there. Darn it. I hate when that happens. Okay. Well, there you go, guys. I thought that was kind of funny. I didn't think that they were going to be waiting for me when I came back up. Oh my god. Come on. I don't want that stuff to rot. Not that it really matters a ton. I don't know what I'm going to do with a bunch of gold swords, but it's the nuggets I'm after, right? It's the principle. It's the principle. Those guys broke into my home uninvited. I didn't ask them to come in here. You guys didn't ask them to come in here. And stay off the lawn, you crazy kids. Alright, I'm going to finish getting this stuff together to get the chicken farm done, and we're probably just going to call this a long video, so I will see you guys in just a moment. Okay guys, just experienced a minor stroke followed by a rage quit followed by a solution to it. As you guys know, I am playing in snapshot mode, and I'm only sharing this with you so that hopefully you guys won't make the same mistake. I made the very, very unfortunate mistake of accidentally starting this game out in normal mode, and when I did, everything in all my chests got destroyed. I guess the developers at Mojang are actually working on the block IDs after doing some research, and so I guess when you take a world that's using the block IDs here into normal on accident, it reassigns all the block IDs for all the stuff, and when you come back into your proper snapshot world, everything is completely gone. So at least in the loaded chunks. I did check the chunks up by the cow farm and the wheat farm up there, and everything was okay still, so everything was good. So you may be asking, well, how come you have your stuff back? Well, the best answer would be, well, I had a world backup from last night, so I didn't really lose anything or anything like that. But unfortunately, no, I didn't have a world backup from any time other than last week, where I don't think I had this room built, let alone this or any of the other stuff or the diamond tools, blah 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 blah. So I actually opened this into LAN and put it in creative mode, which is something I never ever do. I do promise you that. But I did put it into creative mode to restore everything. The good news is I had done so much recording with you guys and was showing off the room in there, and several other times that I've opened chests, I was able to at least get a snapshot of what I had and recreate it all from the creative menu. So life is good. I did breed a couple more chickens after I got all that stuff sorted out, and I've collected some eggs so that we can keep the chicken farm going. Since this video has gone long, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do little vignette stuff here for you. First of all, what I've got working right here, this is where I'm going to put the farm. I have dug it out, as you can see. The way that I did this, I just worked it backwards. I figured right here is where I'm going to have my little kill chamber, so I'll have the baby chicks hanging out in there when they grow up, or actually every now and then we'll have a dispenser right here that's going to spit our lava out to cook them. When they're babies, it'll be over their head, and when they're adult chickens, then they'll burn up and we'll catch their stuff below. I'm going to put hoppers down here, and I'm going to have a double chest over here that they're going to feed into, at least for now. I'm not going to worry about sorting out feathers or anything like that yet. And I'm going to put glass in front of all of this so that we can see everything that's going on in there. So basically I just started to do a reverse count. So we'll have the baby chicks here, we'll have a dispenser behind them, they'll need to fall here, we'll have another dispenser up here that'll shoot the eggs out right into here. I'll have actually a solid block there. Then up above that, and here's where I've dug around up here a bit. So this is, I believe, yeah, this is where we're going to actually have I'll put the chickens in here so that we can have them spawn, and then I guess over here, yeah, this will be where the dispenser is, and I've given myself a little space back here to build the timer and all that good stuff that's going to work for it. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and build all this stuff in vignette mode so you guys can see me building it, and then I will kind of walk you through what everything is doing. It's actually good timing since we got night going. But that way you guys will be able to see kind of how it's built in kind of a speedy mode, so you're not watching me do it block by block in slow-mo, listen to me ramble on and on talking about stuff. But hopefully that will give you guys a clear idea of how to build it, and then I will explain how it all works once we've got it done. So I will see you in just a second in a vignette, and talk to you in just a couple. Alright guys, here we go. This thing is completely built now, as you just saw, and I've gone down, actually off camera, into the mines so that I can grab our lava, which is really the last remaining element in this thing other than chickens. Oops, and one other thing I just remembered. I forgot to grab our timer blocks, which are literally timer blocks. Let me see, I'm just going to grab some cobblestone. I want to grab a whole bunch of stacks of this stuff. I think I have one more than I need here. Basically what this is for is the lava timer down here. Instead of, in my old world, I tried some big elaborate thing that would try and time out 20 minutes or something like that, that tried to exactly time the growth of a chicken, which is just nuts. There's no need for it, since the baby chickens won't catch fire anyway. Then we don't need to worry about it. So I guess let me explain what this stuff is before I get it going. Okay, let me see. You saw me building everything. What's going to happen is, I guess this is where it's all going to start. I've just got a simple little redstone hopper timer. This is Etho's design from way back when. And then this is the output from that is going into this little mono unstable circuit. So basically what one of those does is it turns a solid pulse like this, or what could be construed as a lever, either on or off, into a button press. So the actually, shoot, there should be a redstone torch around here somewhere. I thought I had a redstone torch over here. How am I powering this sucker? Anyway, what it's going to do is it's going to turn this into a button press, so that when the timer kicks off, it is going to send power into here, but only for a short pulse. It immediately gets fed into here, which feeds right into the hopper, or the dispenser rather, and then the other one gets fed up here into the delay up here. So right after this gets a signal, it's going to get another signal, so it's going to spit out the lava, and that's going to suck it back up when it gets the second signal here. So we've got that in there. I am going to need to look at this though. I'm curious now. Damn, I didn't bring any redstone torches with me. I had a bit of an issue. I originally had this mono unstable circuit facing this direction, but for some reason, whenever I pop a redstone torch on here, I want to go grab one really fast. I'm going to do this with you guys, because this could be some kind of an important bug, I'm not really sure, or it could be something new that they're doing in 1.8 with redstone, and if they are, it's really going to piss off a lot of people, myself included, because whenever I was trying to place a redstone torch on that particular configuration for the mono unstable circuit, it was popping off. So if that's the case, I'm going to have to try and figure out some other way of doing it, and I assumed it was like a north-south bug, but if it's not here right now, all I can guess is that yeah, see what I mean? I don't know what's causing that. I'm going to have to look into that, guys. I may have to try and figure out some other way of doing this, so unfortunately I don't think we're going to finish the chicken farm in this episode. But you guys get the idea. We've got a really long timer here that's going to then send out a signal that's going to be turned into a quick little pulse that's going to go into two things. It's going to spit out the lava and pull it back in. And it's going to do it, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up one of these hoppers with nothing but 64 blocks. So it'll only do it when all the blocks have passed from one side to the other and then back. So it's going to be a really long timer. Then moving up the system, the next little bit of stuff we got here. This is our dispenser, which is going to, via this hopper chain, let's see, I can't see it because I've already blocked it all back up. Right above here and one block over is where we're going to have our chickens, and when they poop out an egg, it's going to go through the half slab that they stand on and get fed into these guys and get fed into here. And then all this is it's a little quick timer that when we have anything in here, it's going to send a signal into here, which is going to turn off this redstone torch, which is locking this little quick timer here. So at that point, here, I'll just do it. At that point in time, we get this obnoxious clock that goes on and on and on and on forever. And rather than the other way to do this would be to throw a repeater down here and then just run our signal back over here. And that's great if you know you're only going to get one thing in the hopper. The problem is if you get more than one thing in there, it will just stay on, and it'll just send a pulse in here continuously, and it won't actually shoot out. It'll shoot out one egg and then it'll stay on with all the rest of them in it. Trust me, I've been burned in that alley before. When you get a whole bunch of chickens in this thing, they're not going to send one egg at a time out. You may have 2 or 3 chickens all lay an egg at once, or this gets backed up for some reason due to lag. Who knows? But you'll end up with multiple eggs in here, and then the thing won't work. So by doing it this way with this little simple old school timer, you alleviate that problem, and you end up with just an egg shooter that anytime you get 1 or more eggs in there, it's going to pop them out. I have left this little opening up here, which I will do, which I will leave here forever, I think, so that if there is a problem, because occasionally when you do these things, you will run into an issue where your chickens will despawn for no apparent reason. Oh, come on, man, get in there. Not happy about this. Oh, hello. Okay, well, good. There's 2 of them in there. That's good. From there we can feed them if we need to. They're all pissed off at me now. Stay in there, chicken. Now the only thing I'm a little nervous about with these guys, and I have seen it happen before, is sometimes they will glitch out. So I don't know, we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully it will not be an issue for us, but there are 3 of them in the system now, so that is a start. Let's see if we can get a couple more in there. Yep, there's one. Yep, I don't know if that was another one or if I pelted one with an egg. I think I'm pelting them with eggs. Oh, there's a new one though. Sweet. So yeah, I gotta be a little careful because chickens, I don't know, they have kind of weird behavior. I'm gonna hang on to the rest of my eggs just in case I need them. But that gives us a start. When those guys grow up, they will start pooping out eggs and getting them into the system. I will be able to confirm that it's working by checking over here, and I'll see them standing here because the timer's still not hooked up to this thing. But yeah, that's it. Once I get the timer issue figured out over here on this little mono unstable circuit and find a way to make it work, then yeah, we will be in good shape. You know, I wonder if I can put it on this side and run it around. Yeah, okay, so see, it'll keep that one. Why is that? Man, I don't get that. Alright, well, I'm going to just leave it over there, and we're going to see if I can't run my redstone at that point down here. I don't think that's going to cause a problem with the way this thing functions. This turning off and on is happening because of, yeah, all that. Incidentally, this block is only here, by the way, just to keep the redstone down here and up here from cross-wiring, which would indeed cause a problem for us. So, alright, if I did just find a solution to that, I'm going to be a very happy boy. Let's go see if we can't get that figured out. Actually, let's sleep this off. I'm going to get some redstone so we can complete that circuit really fast. And we will see if it indeed did work. I should have just kept it in my inventory, man. I should know better than that. Alright. So, alright, if this does indeed work, then we should have a pretty decent little protein farm working over here for us. So, as long as my torch stayed on here, okay, that makes me happy. That looks like that works. Let's go ahead and give this thing a little quick test. Yeah, I'll do that. And we're just going to make sure this doesn't come flying off of there. And make sure that our signal does indeed work. Yep, I heard it pop pop. And that stayed on there. I'm not sure what the deal is, why it doesn't like that being there. You can see when it pops back to the other side, we don't get that signal. When this turns off, we don't have it happen again. But every time it's going to go across, it's going to do that. So let's watch it out here. Make sure it's sucking up the lava. It's not going too quick. Should be in just a second. We'll see it pop pop. And because it's a half slab, we don't have to worry about it flowing down there. Yeah, that should be perfect. Alright, this makes me a happy boy. Alright, kids, I'm going to call that a solved problem, is what I'm going to call that. And you know what? This is a little bit of a problem too now. I'm not sure how many I've got here. That's good enough. I don't think we have to worry about our timer being any longer than that, do we? 25. That's close enough for government work. I think we're in pretty good shape now, guys. Once we start getting chickens down there, we should, adult chickens anyway, we should be good to go. I will probably clean this up a little bit. I may try and throw a door in here. I'm not sure if I can even really, but I don't know, maybe I'll build this out another block or something. We'll put a door in there, clean the floor up here a little bit. But yeah, hopefully next time you see me, we will have chicken in the box. So anyway, I think that's it for me on this thing. It's Quicksilver, as you already know. If you enjoyed the video, you do give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a ton. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and I will catch you guys next time.